Alright, well, today I want to talk about token unlocks that are coming up in May. There's 10 of those. Some of these are quite major, meaning a large supply is going to be released. So pay attention if you're into altcoins. Let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Crypto Corner with myself, OJ, crypto analyst and investor for the last 10 years. Yes guys, it's been 10 years of a journey here, and today in this video I want to jump straight into it. We're going to talk about token unlocks, some of them quite major token unlocks, because as you know, token unlocks increase the supply, the circulating supply. Usually they are scheduled and we know about this, but many people don't really follow the news and they don't keep up with these things. This is important because if you are a swing trader or trader in general and not necessarily investor where you just invest your money and then you sleep on it and you stay in that coin for a long time until at some point you decide to jump out. If you are doing more frequent trading and you want to maximize your earnings, then you need to know about token unlocks, because with increased supply in the short term, in the days leading up to the event and then following the event, usually there is a drop in the price because the demand is not increasing as fast as the supply is increasing. So for at least a week, sometimes longer, you can expect volatility, and it's often to the downside, right? So if you know about token unlocks prior to them happening, you can offload some of your tokens and then try to repurchase the same ones, reaccumulate at a lower price. This is the main idea of using these token unlocks to your advantage. So what supply shocks are we expecting from which tokens, which projects? Well, first of all, starting on the 1st of May, we have SUI, a token that is currently pumping. It's had a very good ride for the last few days with many other tokens as the market is recovering. SUI has experienced a big growth. However, 74 million tokens are going to be unlocked on the 1st of May. And this is 2.28% of the current circulating supply. Now, this doesn't seem like a big percentage when we talk about percent, but 74 million tokens coming into the market. Now, I don't expect all of this to be dumped on exchanges. Many people would like to hold. These are people that have invested, and that was a long time ago. Many of them would be happy to hold because SUI is recovering right now. So we are not in a bear trend where people are rushing into selling their tokens, get rid of them. So I don't expect a massive dump on SUI, but a dump nonetheless will happen. So if you are rushing into buying SUI right now, maybe hold off for a few more days because you might be able to get it a little bit cheaper. Then we have, again on the 1st of May, Zeta. 5.67% of the circulating supply is going to be unlocked. 44.26 million tokens. And this is a more sizable unlock that could actually lead to noticeable selling pressure and, of course, price volatility on the downside. Then we have ENA tokens. Now, this is a smaller unlock, 0.73% of the supply, 40.63 million ENA tokens. So, not a massive unlock by any measure, but of course this is a smaller cap token as well, so it could again lead to drop in the price, just so you're aware. Alright, moving on to the next one, and this is a massive one. 82%, 82.96, 83% of the whole supply of Spectral. Alright, so different sources had different figures for this token unlock, but what I've gathered is that 10 million tokens that represent 6% of the total supply are going to be unlocked for the first time on that day. Then again, on top of that, we have currently locked tokens that are being released to the tune of 82.96%. So I couldn't confirm which of the two is the correct amount, but we either have 6% or we have 82.96%, which is a huge difference. If you are trading this token, Spectral AI, if you are trading Spec, definitely keep an eye on the tokenomics and what's happening, and maybe do a bit more research and see which of the sources you are going to be trusting, because crypto.com was actually alerting me about the 82% token unlock. And then in my research, Other websites were pointing towards 6% only. And 6% makes much more sense, because who is going to release 82% of their total supply? That wouldn't be good for the price of any token, no matter which one. So I personally hope that it is the lower amount, but if it is 82.96%, guys, this is going to be a complete supply shock to the market, and for a long time I would expect that token to be trading in, much lower than it is today. And today it's actually doing quite well. So if it was me, that's not exactly an advice, but if I was holding this token, and I don't, I would probably jump out of it just for that token unlock, which is in a week, maybe a little more over a week. But it would be good to be kind of staying out of the trade, just to see what's going to happen with the price, and then maybe jump back if I see that price is stabilizing and everything. All right, then on May the 9th, we have another token unlock. It's Move. If you're trading the token, bear in mind 50 million tokens are going to be unlocked on that day, which is 2% of the circulating supply. It is going to be a supply shock, but 2% is quite moderate. I would say I'm not expecting huge dumps. Just the selling pressure is going to move the price lower, maybe in the very short term. Then we have on May 11th another token unlock, Layer. This time it's 12.87% of the supply that is going to be unlocked, and this is a more substantial amount. This is definitely going to move the market, and I would expect to see a dump maybe even before the May 11th, because people who are savvy traders who are actually keeping an eye on these events, they are not going to be waiting until May 11th to start selling their tokens. They're going to be selling in the run-up to that event. Then on May 11th you have the token unlock, and then many people are getting these tokens that maybe they're waiting to also offload. Some of them will be offloading, others will probably decide to keep them for later when the price is higher. But in the short term, in the a few days before and after the event, definitely the supply shock is going to cause a drop in the price. All right. Then we have on the 15th of May, Starknet. The token is STRK. 4.37% of the supply is going to be unlocked on that day. 127 million STRK tokens. So again, this is a significant amount. It is not one of the largest ones here that I mentioned, but that doesn't mean that we can downplay it. Almost 5% of the circulating supply is still a large amount to be unlocked in one go. If most of this ends up on exchanges and people are trying to sell it, then they're going to push the price lower. On the 16th of May, we have another one, IMX and Immutable X, and it's a small one, 1.35% of the supply. 24.52 million IMX tokens are going to be unlocked. So it is a moderate one. I don't expect any severe supply shock from this. I don't expect any massive dumps because of that. On the 16th of May as well, we have ARB, Arbitrum. 2.01% of the supply is going to be unlocked, which is 92.65 million tokens. So still moderate, nothing too big, but it is something to keep an eye on as well, because again, if you are trading short term, Arbitrum is going to be cheaper for at least a few days around this token unlock, before and after. Maybe this is when you can jump in rather than doing it prior. And on the 19th of May is again one of the largest supply shocks that we're going to see, this time for Pyth token holders. They're going to see a massive 2.13 billion tokens being released on that date, 58%, 58.62% of the circulating supply. So it is actually the largest unlock of the month if we do not count the 86% figure that we have for Spec, because I couldn't confirm whether it's actually 82% of new tokens or is it 6% of new tokens, and then the other 58% or whatever is coming from tokens that are locked into other smart contracts and stuff. But here we have 58% of new tokens being released on the May 19th of Pyth. So if you're trading this, you definitely want to be aware of this date. And just to sum it up, this is a table here with all of the token unlocks that I talked about and the amounts and everything. Make sure that if you are trading any of these tokens, you go and research this, dig a little bit deeper, find out exactly what amounts and figures and everything, in case that some of this information is either outdated or incorrect, because it is possible. I'm gathering the information from the internet, and sometimes different sources are quoting you different amounts. So it's important to double and triple check these things. Make sure that you're aware exactly of the dates, and do not wait for the exact date. If you're going to be offloading tokens so that you can reaccumulate them cheaper later, then you have to do it prior to the event. And then, of course, as the event is happening, keep an eye on the price, because we're going to see sell-offs in the beginning. They will push the price down, and then it's going to start recovering. As it starts recovering, as you see the first signs of a confirmation of an uptrend, we need to see higher highs and higher lows. This is a confirmation of an uptrend. Then you jump in. You don't try to catch a falling knife. So when the price is going down, you don't try to buy it lower and lower and lower, because you never know exactly how low it's going to go. So wait for the confirmation, wait for it to bounce, and as it bounces and it confirms that it's starting now on uptrend, it's starting to recover, then you jump in. And this is an advice. This is a trading advice. It's not financial advice, but it's definitely trading advice from my 10 years of experience in trading cryptocurrencies. And before I leave you guys, a quick reminder to always keep your coins in your own self-custodial storage. I travel right now, I'm in Buenos Aires, and I travel with all of these cold wallets. I have here OneKey Pro, I have OneKey Classic, I have Tangem, I have Bitbox, this is the Tangem Ring as well. There are all kinds of wallets, they come in all kinds of shapes and sizes and everything, so you have plenty to choose from. I have a free PDF where you can see all of the reviews that I've done over the years from all of the different brands and everything. I've reviewed all of the top wallets currently on the market. So you can go through that PDF, download it. The link is in the description below, or you can scan this QR code as well and download this free ebook, and just go through the reviews, pick the one that seems to be right for you. It doesn't matter which one. My personal preference right now is for OneKey Pro, but I also like the OneKey Classic, I like the Tangem. All of the wallets right now are really secure and everything, so it really comes down to price and size and format, whichever you like, it's up to you. But definitely, guys, make sure that even if you hold just $1,000 in crypto, put it in a cold wallet, self-custodial cold wallet, because custodial wallets have the right to freeze your account. They can force you to go through all kinds of identification and proof of ownership and proof of purchase and all of these things, and make it difficult for you. I know people, I have customers who actually use my services to help them with these things. So I know a lot of terrible stories that happen to people with even Coinbase, such a big wallet provider. They can freeze your account for months and months. One of my actually clients is still dealing with them after a year, and he cannot get access to his accounts because they're frozen. So definitely, guys, make sure to keep your coins in a cold wallet, not to mention all the hacks. Many people are keeping their coins on exchanges, but if you're not trading these coins this week or next week, then move them out of the exchange, put them in your cold wallet, and then when you need to trade them again, bring them back in. The fees are not that high. You better pay, $1 or $2 fee for the transfer than just risking your coins getting stolen from a hack or anything like that. So this is everything. Thanks for staying until the end of the video. And while you're here, just pick another one, and I'm gonna see you there.